Chris has to be one of the luckiest hunters in the country with the tags he drew this fall, one of which is a Colorado Archery Shiras moose tag. It took him 14 years to draw this tag, and the unit he drew is one he knows very well, having hunted elk here for the last 30 years or so. He has scouted quite a bit this summer and has called on friends who live in the area to help locate some bulls. Although I can't join him for the whole hunt, if he is successful, I hope to help with the quartering and packing out.
This is my once-in-a-lifetime shot at this. There's a moose. If they get in there, I'll never be able to find him. I think this is going to be a lot harder than I think it is without getting charged.
Victory begins with a single step. It is formed in strategy, tested by adversity, and forged with an iron will. But for victory to be pure, it must be earned. Join host Willie Schmidt on an epic quest to rediscover the last best pure hunts that are accessible to everyone, if they're willing to go the extra mile.
Pure Hunting is brought to you by Browning, the best there is. Winchester, the American legend. OnX Maps, visualize success. And by Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products. ESP, your hearing matters. And by Tenzing Packs, go further, hunt longer. High Mountain Seasoning, make your own jerky, sausage, smoked meats, and more. And by Outdoor Edge Swing Blade, the swing blade with 2 blades in one to open game like a zipper. Chris heads from his home in Denver and drives up to Summit County for his Shiras moose hunt. Chris has made numerous scouting trips this summer, and he also has friends who live in the area who have helped him by locating some bulls for him as well.
I've been waiting 14 years for this. I am actually hunting my home turf. It finally has a large enough moose population. They've started allowing permits, so it's not a lot of permits by any means, but I think there's 4 total. And lucky me, I drew it. Now we're going to get a little sighting in of some arrows. The other thing that's going to be different about this hunt is the strategy of sneaking up on these moose. Several guys have told me already that, you know, you don't want to act like a predator. We're in Summit County, one of the most popular counties for tourists, so they've told me to act like a hiker, let your presence known, and slowly walk up to them. And I've heard that you can almost walk right up to them. So that's going to be different.
Moose are large, tough animals. Although the target is a big one, Chris really wants to make sure he's dialed in so he can put the arrow exactly where he needs it to be, if and when he has the opportunity.
And that's a dead moose. You know, since I'm hunting my home turf, I've hunted this county for 30 years. I know every valley, every nook and cranny, every willow patch that there is. So that's one nice thing about hunting an area that you know anyway.
Chris finishes sighting in his bow and then heads to his friend Anton's house to get the latest intel on moose sightings.
I got a moose for you, maybe. We'll see. My buddy was hunting this morning, and he was walking through some blowdown, through some timber, stepped over a log, and there was a bull right there bedded 15 feet in front of him. So let's show you on Google Earth. Where he saw the bull was up here. It's kind of hard to find a path because this is super wet in these willows.
The term moose comes from the Indian word meaning eater of twigs. Their main source is willow branches and are often found in these willow thickets. Moose are often seen above timberline and in the dark timber as well. Summit County offers all of this, making it great moose habitat.
And you're saying he's a pretty good bull then?
If you're looking for a trophy, meaning one of the only bull tags in Colorado, well, heck, you take what you can, you know?
I'm just looking for a good representation.
That's exactly right. Well, go get him.
Okay, we will. Well, thank you.
Before Chris starts his hunt the next morning, he heads out for one last scouting mission, hoping to find the moose that Anton's friend had seen.
Well, I'm at the spot where Anton showed me on the Google Earth where his friend had jumped a bull moose this morning. He supposedly ran down and it's in this little aspen patch down in here potentially.
Chris doesn't end up seeing the moose, but decides to start his morning in the same spot. It's Chris's first day of the hunt, and he heads out early to hopefully find the bull that Anton's friends saw the day before.
We're almost here at 11,000 feet, so these are definitely high country moose. Sure is beautiful, beautiful day. Come on, Mr. Moose. Come on down to your favorite swimming hole. You're in here somewhere.
Chris had hoped to see the moose in the area Anton had mentioned. Unfortunately, this didn't happen, so his plan for the rest of the day is to still hunt through the forests, glassing the willowy meadows and areas above timberline. However, although the country looks great and he knows moose are in the area, his first day ends without seeing a single moose.
There's a moose. So much for moose being easy to approach or sedentary.
Hi, I'm Willie Schmidt with Pure Hunting, here to talk to you about Sawyer and its line of insect repellent products. They have traditional insect repellent, they have a combination sunscreen and insect repellent, and they also have what I think is the greatest product, is permethrin. It's a spray-on clothing treatment to protect you from insects like mosquitoes, ticks, and chiggers. The great thing about all of these products is that it's odorless. For the hunter and the outdoorsman, you don't need to worry about it spooking game. Spray the front and back of your clothing, paying special attention to the cuffs, both on your pants and your jacket. Each application is good for up to 6 washings, and then you just let it hang for a minimum of 2 hours, 4 hours in high humidity, and you're ready to go. If you're not familiar with Sawyer and their line of sunscreen and insect repellents, make sure you go to Sawyer.com and check them out. Scent Defense, 100% all natural and 100% DEET free, with the power to attract deer with its sweet citrus aroma. Scent Defense, the all-in-one technology that kills human odor, repels insects, and attracts deer naturally. Chris starts the next day of his moose hunt in the same place he started day one.
Hopefully today will be the day we find the moose.
Some of his friends have been seeing moose in this drainage, and he figures it's only a matter of time before he sees one of them.
This summer I've been seeing the moose in these high alpine meadows, and we're at about 11,000 feet. And probably atypical to your typical moose hunt, but this is where they are in Colorado. Or at least in my unit, this is where they are. Where we've been seeing them, almost that tree line. Heck, I've seen them in some places where you thought a moose was a mountain goat. Got pictures and video of a moose that's been in this valley. There's more than one. It only takes one. Oh, there's a moose. I'll be darned. Actually, there's 3 moose. 2 bulls and a cow. Bulls are sparring a little bit. Oh, sweet. 400 yards across this meadow. I think I can just go down here between these beaver ponds, sneak up. It looks like they're angling down the valley a little bit. I'll cut them off over here. We gotta get our first stalk on a moose. He's not a huge bull, but he's a nice bull. Good representative bull in this area.
Chris gathers his pack and starts his stalk. He's got a lot of ground to cover over open meadows to get there before they head into the trees. Chris goes against what he has heard about acting like a hiker and makes his move on the moose more like a hunter.
Right up here. Just thinking above that on the dark timber. And I hope I can get up to them before it looks like they're disappearing into the dark timber. If they get in there, I'll never be able to find them. I just gotta cut the distance a little bit. You know, I can't see them anymore. It looks like they moved up into their timber. I'm still a couple hundred yards away. I'll go up in here, but it's not looking good. Oh man, they're gone. So much for moose being easy to approach or sedentary. They were moving so fast through this stuff. They got into now this dark timber and they're gone. It's kind of like elk. You're not going to keep up with a moose running through these mountains. I didn't even get within a couple hundred yards. I think this is gonna be a lot harder than I think it is. Holy cow. Oh, well, bummer. Spotted some bulls here. Need him to stand up without charging me.
Chris isn't sure why he didn't get any closer to the 3 moose the day before.
Oh man, they're gone. So much for moose being easy to approach or sedentary. They were moving so fast through this stuff.
Were the moose just moving off, or did he somehow unknowingly spook them during his stalk? Chris decides he is going to try the hiker approach on the next moose he sees. Right off the bat, he spots a small bull.
Got a little bull over here. It's awfully tempting to go in there and put a stalk on him and try to put an arrow in him. Although I think I'm gonna hold off. It's a very, very young bull. Probably just a year, a year and a half. You can just see the top of his head and his horns. He's got just tiny little paddles. I mean, it's nice to see him. Although I'm gonna have to pass on him. Although if it comes down to the last day, he's gonna be in trouble. At least we know where he lives. Moose meat is just too good to pass up in a once-a-lifetime tag. I'm going to be putting moose in my freezer this year.
Later in the day, Chris heads to another area where moose have been spotted.
Don't have to be real concerned about noise because their number one sense is hearing. So they're going to hear us coming regardless. And we're going to kind of let them know we're here. Prove to them that you're not a threat. Maybe 5-10 minutes, whatever it takes, and then become a threat. Chocolate covered walnuts, I love them. We got a little moose sign here. We just gotta find them.
He tries some cow calling and rakes a tree, hoping to attract a bull's attention to come challenge the intruder. Nothing responds to his calls, and he ends another day without a moose. He heads back to camp with plans of trying a new area at first light the next morning. Early the next morning finds Chris in a different area where his friends have seen moose. Shortly after entering the woods, Chris sees some.
We're gonna go down here and take a look at this one. We're probably 70 yards away right now. He knows we're here. And we're just gonna try to act like hikers, photographers, just not give him any indication anything's wrong. We're just trying to, say hello to him. Go in there and take a look. Might be one I might want.
Chris approaches the moose like a hiker would. He moves in slowly and makes a little noise, not trying to conceal his movements behind the trees. He doesn't make a lot of eye contact to spook the bedded bull.
Right now I got him at 51 yards. He's got a buddy just to the left of him laying down. Just acting like I'm not doing anything, just kind of hiking around. Ooh. All right, I'm at 47 yards. Still chewing his cud and seems to be relaxed. Gonna try to move up to 40 yards here. Let's see how close we can get without maybe getting charged. He does have a girlfriend around here, so make sure I don't get in between him and his girlfriend. That probably wouldn't be a good thing to do. Try to get a little closer. Kind of hard to judge. I'm not an expert moose hunter. His left side looks real good. He's over 30. I mean, it's obvious he's not 50. Let's see if he'll let us get any closer. Just acting like not doing anything. I don't want to encroach too much on his space. I don't need to be charged. 27 yards. It's got real nice eye guards. Decisions. This is my once-in-a-lifetime shot at this. It'd be my biggest moose ever. Man, they're big animals. Even though he might be a small one, they're still big. Big, powerful, and fast. Oh. Definitely don't want to shoot a laying down moose. I don't know where that shoulder is. I need him to stand up without charging me.
Hey Pure Hunting fans, I really appreciate your support this season. To check out our new gear and watch episodes from seasons 1 through 3, be sure to check us out on Facebook and our updated website, purehunting.com. How'd you come up with the concept of QuietCat, and what does the QuietCat offer that other modes of transportation don't offer?
The QuietCat is a small vehicle, and it's a quiet vehicle where the ATV isn't. It's portable, it's lightweight, it's quiet, it's powerful, it's got a big suspension system, and it will go 50 miles. If there's an obstacle that you can't get around, you can pick it up.
Not needing a trailer, you don't have to register it?
No. It's as important as my bow. I mean, it's a tool for me to get around and be efficient, quiet, and effective.
QuietCat. Hunt like a cat.
This segment brought to you by Nose Jammer. Nose Jammer is the solution to hunting with shifting winds. Simply apply to your boots and clothes, the base of your tree, and in and around the tree limbs. This cloud of Nose Jammer jams an animal's ability to detect and track human odor. Jam them with Nose Jammer. Pure Hunting is sponsored by Fox Pro, high performance game calls. Hoyt, get serious, get Hoyt. And by Wooden Stream, outfitting adventures since 1957. Sportsman Guide, for everything to outfit your passion at the lowest prices guaranteed. Bog Pod, versatility defined, accuracy anywhere. And by Bowjacks, the world's best designed archery dampening system. Top Secret Deer Sense, oxygen free from collection to bottle. And by these sponsors. Chris has finally gotten close, 25 yards, to a bull he plans to shoot. He has stalked in this close by acting like the hikers in the area. He hasn't been overly quiet or hidden himself behind the trees. However, the bull is bedded and Chris cannot get him to stand up for a good shot. After waiting a little longer, Chris decides to get even closer, closing the distance to 17 yards, hoping that causes the bull to get up.
Man, I just don't know where that shoulder is. I need him to stand up without charging me.
It's great to get this close, but now Chris has a predicament. He doesn't want to shoot a bedded bull, but getting any closer could be dangerous if the moose feels threatened.
He doesn't look too nervous. Oh, here we go. Went down. My once-in-a-lifetime Colorado Shiras moose with a bow. The biggest moose I've ever shot. We'll give him a little time to expire here.
Chris is fairly sure the bull went down, but he gives it 45 minutes, then he approaches.
Oh, here he is. Oh my gosh. He's not a 50-incher, but jeez. Unbelievable. Look at that. 14 years. All came down to this, huh?
After recovering his moose, Chris heads to town to call me and a couple of other friends to help quarter and pack out the bull.
All right, we'll see you in an hour. Bye.
After getting Chris's call, I quickly rearranged my schedule and headed up the hill to help Chris.
Moose tenders tonight. Jeez, this hide is thick, Paul.
Like a 1/4 inch thick.
Yeah.
I I get there as quickly as I can and just miss the Colorado Parks and Wildlife officer and our friend Paul. I'm excited to see Chris's moose, and I take over where they left off and help with the second half of the moose.
Come on in. Welcome to Moose Camp. Glad
to be here.
Yeah, you're here just in time.
Because it's all done?
No.
Oh.
No, because we got another whole half to go yet.
Another whole half.
Yeah.
Whole of a half is still a half. Look at that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Hey, Lee.
What's going on, bud?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Welcome to the swamp.
Awesome. Congrats, bro.
Yes.
My brother-in-law, Lee, who joined me on the drive, looks on in amazement. I help Chris for another 2 hours to help finish the caping and quartering the meat, and then we begin to haul it out.
All right, guys. All right, Jess, this is the final trip. My moose hunt. The chapter will be closed.
Chris drew some unique tags this year, and he started off with a bang, taking his first ever moose with a bow after waiting 14 years to draw the tag. His scouting and help from his local friends paid off, and he ended up with a bull moose he was proud of. Chris celebrated his success with his family and friends by eating fresh moose meat on the grill. It doesn't get any better than that. I was only involved with one small part of his hunt, but I was very excited for that small part.